Tonight on Air Rescue.
The patient's still semi-conscious.
Shut down at sea without a captain.
On the way down.
Their most hair-raising rescue yet.
And just holding.
So we got mum, we got daughter, we got bub.
3 generations of women from the one family.
I'm just going to put a splint around your pelvis.
But where is baby Ruby? And the crew brace themselves for the worst. Will Dad Gavin ever walk again?
So, can you wriggle your toes for me, Gav?
It's a dawn mission for Westpac 1.
So we're just leaving the coast, so everybody just remind themselves their escape positions, please.
They're heading for a ship 55 kilometres off the coast. The captain has suffered a stroke, and the longer it takes to get him to hospital, the greater the risk of brain damage. The Westpac rescue helicopter is a lifeline.
Apparently the patient's still inside, semi-conscious.
It's a 20-minute flight out to the ship. Rescue crewman Rampo and paramedics Brian and Andrew will have to be winched on board. There's no landing pad on this ship.
Anything and everything could happen whilst we're winching, so I'm trying to be as quick as possible, but also being as safe as possible.
Looks like it's going to be a hoist to the port wing. That port wing, yeah, he's got an antenna on it, mate. Because of that, let's go to the starboard wing.
The Amantor is carrying a load of Australian timber to China, and getting on board is going to be even harder than they'd imagined.
Book's coming in.
To get down to the ailing skipper, they'll have to land on that tiny patch of deck alongside the bridge. It'll be like threading a needle.
Moving across, taking up the slack.
Rescue crewman Rampo will be the trailblazer. He puts his faith in the hands of pilot Cookie and winch operator Nico as he takes aim for the small moving deck below.
And hoisting down. Secure the deck and on.
Rampo is safely down.
Okay, clear to hoist in the empty hook with the high line. Affirmative.
He'll now have to secure a rope back up to paramedics Brian and Andrew to help guide them down.
Paramedics are hooking up on the step. On the way down. They have the signal just above the deck. And just holding. Nice and slow. And they're onto the wing. Disconnecting. Clear to move back and left.
With everyone safely down, attention turns to the patient. As anxious crew members look on, their skipper is fighting for his life. Back at base, news has come in of a car crash on a remote dirt road. 3 generations of the one family are involved, with serious injuries. Paramedic Genevieve began her career as a nurse and believes in a firm but caring hand when dealing with her patients.
As an intensive care paramedic, we were always taught, this was your mother, would you like her to be treated this way? I always think of it as myself now. If I was on the stretcher, what would I want someone to do or say for me?
One patient, female, mid to late age, major laceration to the head and a boggy mass at the rear of the head. Second female patient with arm and leg injuries. Thank you.
The crash site is in dense state forest. Landing close by will be impossible.
There are a couple of properties that they can land on. Understood.
The properties are 5 kilometres away from the accident.
Clear down here, tail's clear, main's clear, right.
In this isolated valley, they've now lost radio contact with local police and paramedics. Crewman Nathan has to flag down the first passing car.
Hello, mate. Are you right to take our paramedics to a scene up here?
Yep.
Thanks for this, mate. We were going to get police, but I don't know if they know where we are.
Steve is a local motorbike mechanic. This lift is a godsend for the accident victims. They've finally arrived. Ground paramedics are already at work and it's not looking good.
Thanks, buddy.
The scene is distressing. 3 generations of the one family were in this car. Grandmother Karen has a serious head wound, while her daughter Jess lies in agony on the ground.
You have a nice seatbelt mark here.
Jess's husband Shannon was at the nearby family campsite and rushed to the scene.
Yeah, Mum will come flying back, told us that they'd tracked the car. And yeah, so I jumped in the cruiser and raced up here. So we've had 3 patients coming down the road, lost control out, have rolled multiple times and steered into the bank and ended up here.
3 patients, but the crew have only cited 2.
So we got Mum, we've got daughter, and we've got Bub who was in the back.
How old's Bub?
Bub's, I'm not sure yet.
A baby was also in the car. Worrying news for Genevieve. A family camping trip has turned to tragedy on a country road.
So I'm just going to put a splint around your pelvis, then we're going to load you in the car and move you down to the helicopter, okay?
Grandma Karen was at the wheel when their ute rolled twice and hit a boulder. And she doesn't know what's happened to her little granddaughter Ruby, who was also in the car. Genevieve is about to find out.
How old's this little one? Hello, this is Ruby, is it? What I'm going to do is just put her on the front seat so I can have a proper look at her. Hello, Ruby. Hello. Okay, you've come out unscathed.
It seems baby Ruby doesn't have a scratch. There's something to smile about. Meanwhile, her gran is being loaded into the ambulance. Still shaken, she replays the nightmare of the accident.
You remember the whole thing? Remember rolling over and everything?
I remember rolling. I only remember rolling once.
Yep.
Ruby was okay. She was crying and all.
Okay.
Told Jess to get out and to see if she can get Ruby out the car and keep her in the car seat though, in case somebody come around the corner and hit us again.
Mum Jess still can't be moved.
Just have a look at your tummy. Sorry. That is really bad. Is it your wrist? Jess?
She's in agonising pain from suspected fractures to her arm and pelvis.
Your wrist? Is it your wrist? When you touch the hand or the arm, it hurts. Guys, we need a wrist splint as well.
Jess is starting to panic and it's affecting the rescue.
You've been breathing too fast.
She is hyperventilating and Genevieve must calm her down before treatment can continue.
Just breathe in, hold it, breathe out slowly.
Westpac 1 is circling a cargo vessel 55 kilometres offshore. The ship's captain has suffered a stroke and rescue paramedics have landed on board as he struggles to remain conscious. Stroke victims must be stabilised and kept horizontal. The crew will need a stretcher.
We've assessed the patient. There's going to be a stretcher winch. How long do you have? Westpac 1, we've got about 30 minutes out here.
They have half an hour of fuel remaining to get the patient on board before they must head to shore.
Westpac 1, roger.
The 60-year-old skipper is from the Philippines. They have to get him to specialist care to minimise the chance of brain damage.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3, up. Spin around.
Do 180. Westpac 1, Westpac Portable, we're ready for the winch.
Okay, copy, we're clear for a stretcher hoist. Roger. That'll be a stretcher hoist and a paramedic up with the patient. Roger, copy.
With the patient now secured, Brian is ready to take him up the wire.
Book's on the way down.
Copy.
Hook's onto the deck now. Okay, he's hooked up. One on hold, slack's taken up. Come up, take the weight of one paramedic and patient in a stretcher.
Take the weight.
Come up, 2, 1. Clear of the deck and you clear to back up. On the way up, nice and slow. Still coming up. One below, stopping. And clear to bring the stretcher patient in.
Affirmative.
Cover's coming down, stretcher's moving in. And stop. Okay, stretcher's in.
The skipper is safely on board, but not out of danger.
Got paramedics moving over into the seat.
As Brian prepares to stabilise him, Andrew and Rampo still have to be winched back up.
Hooking up remaining paramedic. And paramedic packs clear of the deck, you clear to back up. Bring him inside. Have the thumbs up, clear of the deck. Back and left, still well clear all around.
Roger.
And hoisting up, controls are good, continuing up. Moving him inside. He's inside, disconnecting the hook. You're clear to come up and move off.
Coming up, moving off.
Let's head for home.
Roger.
The skipper is alive, but losing consciousness. He now faces emergency neurological treatment. After their car rolled twice, 2 women from the same family are severely injured.
Don't lift your head.
The third occupant, baby Ruby, appears to be okay.
1, 2, 3.
Paramedic Genevieve has managed to calm Ruby's mother, Jess.
Okay, so I'm going to be with you, all right? And we've got your mum. So my partner Sean is looking after her. All right? We should be fine. Yep. Thanks, guys.
The injured women can now be transported to the waiting Westpac rescue helicopter.
Strapped, I'll just watch her arms, Phil. Her main problems at the moment, she's got a significant laceration to her head with her skull exposed and maybe a clavicle fracture. Stretch your straps.
Mum's got limb injuries and we've also put a pelvic splint on around her pelvis because the car rolled over and there is a risk that she's fractured her pelvis.
Want a drink, don't you? How you going for pain now, doll?
It's not pain, it's just pressure on my head.
See you, Jess. You take care, all right? We'll check up on you later.
Jess and Karen will be rushed by air, but first, a bewildered little girl has to say goodbye to her mum.
Who's this? Hello, Ruby. Hello. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ruby.
The family holiday has been cut short. A mother and grandmother are on their way to emergency hospital care. The afternoon crew has got the call to a shocking bike accident at a speedway track. They know to expect the worst from a motorbike crash at speed.
Maybe a possible spinal injury and also a fractured femur, so fractured leg. So sounds like he's hit the wall pretty hard. It might be in a bit of a bad state.
Motorcycles, mate, they're a rare breed, aren't they?
Westpac 2, good evening, we're departing base.
Okay, talks together looking good, tails to the right.
Beautiful afternoon. Northern Control, Westpac 2, would we be able to have a missed report, please?
Ben the doctor must prepare for a major medical challenge.
The ground crew haven't moved the patient yet, which is a good decision given that the patient is complaining of severe back pain.
The helicopter can land at the track.
Northern Control, Westpac 2, copy that.
The speedway track lies almost empty.
I'm happy with the clear area, so I'll come straight down so we don't pick up a dust storm.
The local club race meeting was abandoned after the shock of the accident.
G'day, g'day, g'day.
38-year-old Gavin came off his bike at 100 kilometres an hour and slid feet first into a wall. The father of one is in a bad way.
Okay, we're looking at his abdo, it's really firm. And okay. Just lean on his abdo and he screams out his pain. I lean on his right pelvis barely, screamed out in pain as well.
Right, yeah.
So clearing the right pelvis.
I'm just going to have a quick once over, all right? Then we're going to put some stuff on you and that's going to hurt, but we're going to give you some more pain relief, all right?
In the impact, Gavin's spine and back have suffered a crushing blow. He needs more pain relief, but that will knock him out, and Ben must talk to him to assess his injuries. He'll have to suffer a bit longer.
Gavin, we're going to do this first, then we're going to give you some painkillers, then we're going to get you bundled up and then we'll take you to the hospital, okay? Just going to feel on your chest.
Sometimes it's necessary for us to be firm with the patient to try to get this done.
Gav, I need you to answer me, mate. On where I'm pushing? Okay. What about this side? Okay, all right.
Gavin's future hangs in the balance. How much damage has he done to his spine?
Gav, mate, can you feel me touching you there?
Will he ever walk again?
Mate, calm down. What's up? Can you wriggle your toes for me, Gav?
He said no.
Gav.
Speedway racer Gavin lies in agony following a high-speed crash.
All right.
Ben the doctor fears major damage has been done to his spine.
Okay, on Ben's count.
All right, guys, is everyone ready?
All they can do now is to give him pain relief and get him out of here.
All right, guys.
Gav, we're going to move you, mate.
Up on 3, 1, 2, 3.
But just moving him is an ordeal.
Down on 3, 1, 2, 3.
He can now be prepared for the flight to hospital.
And in fact, as long as we're going up, how about we just go straight for that bed? So in head first.
Everyone ready?
Yep. Up on 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll get to you.
Yep. All right.
Okay, talks together, coming round.
Tails are okay, right?
Okay, got the low wire there between the two light posts there, so we'll track out that way. 75, let's go.
Slamming feet first into a wall at high speed has caused untold damage to Gavin's body and spine.
7 POB, estimating the John at 1855.
So his injuries at the moment are his suspected spine injury. He's potentially got some right-sided rib fractures. He's very tender on his pelvis and particularly on his right thigh.
An accident that occurred in a split second threatens to change his life forever.
Northern Control, Westpac 2's landing the John and going back to State Channel. Thank you.
The Westpac rescue crew have delivered him safely to hospital. The coming days will reveal whether Gavin can walk again, let alone pursue his favourite sport.
This doesn't look on anywhere.
It's 2 months after his accident, and Gavin has asked if he could meet the people who saved him. He's had an amazing recovery and is lucky to be walking. He's come to the rescue base with his partner Belinda and their son Kobe.
Hey, buddy. These are the boys. Fellas, how's it going? Yeah, good. A bit better than last time I've seen you. There's a face I remember.
How you going?
Yeah, good, Benny.
Come round, guys.
Graham Nicholson. Good, Graham. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Peter.
Peter, nice to meet you too, mate. Yeah.
Ben.
Benny. Thank you, Benny. You're a good man.
How you feeling?
I'm getting there, eh?
Yeah?
But nothing compared to the pain I experienced that day when you turned up, mate. Here's a cheque that I've got made out to you guys of $500. Just a bit of a donation, eh, guys? And I've got you something for the lunchroom. A little logo on the bottom. It just, yeah, thank you.
That's
it
you?
just isn't enough. Yeah, that's me, yeah. At the same track that you picked me up on. Can't really thank you guys enough. This is my partner, Belle. She's been looking after me and doing all the tough work. Yeah, this is Benny. This is the chap that picked me up and that took the pain away. Cool.
One man's rescue has saved a family.
We're so thankful for you guys, and what you do is absolutely amazing. Really appreciate it.